Hi there, my name is Sydney. I'm a 17-year-old student from Vancouver, Canada, and here's my book pitch. Today I'll be talking about one of my favorite books. It's called Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. The story is about a 32-year-old man named Charlie Gordon with a very low IQ. And he is suggested to take part in this experimental surgery in order to make him able to learn as a normal person would. He is undertaken by Dr. Strauss, who performs surgery on him and a white rat named Algernon that allows them to learn and become intellectually capable. He becomes saddened by what his reality actually is. Instead of perceiving the doctor and the professor as his friends, he begins to feel mistreated by them as if he were a lab rat, so he befriends Algernon. As the book moves along, Charlie's mind begins to One of the reasons I highly suggest reading this book is the creative writing devices Daniel Keyes uses, such as the grammar and spelling mistakes he puts in intentionally in order for you to understand what state of mind Charlie Gordon is experiencing. And with the progress reports, you can see the timeline, which spans from the beginning of March to the end of November, which the book starts in the spring, which is a new beginning, the birth, and it ends in the fall, not at death, but at a regression of what was once born. As well as with the creative punctuation and the discovery of language he shows throughout the book, fixing little grammatical errors. It's very creative. The book itself, the primary theme is man playing God, man wanting to know more, waking up to reality. This is a common theme in The Matrix, when Neo takes the red pill, The Truman Show when he discovers the edge of the world, also in Black Mirror Bandersnatch, alternate realities and experiencing a new world and different paths you can take. But with this book, it's about waking up to the world as it is. Once Charlie took that red pill, he peeled off his surgical bandages and could see the light. He felt only more lonely when he thought he would have the ability to make more friends and connect with people better. He only lost his sense of self. This book is dark. It's not Stephen King gory, but it doesn't have to be. It plays around with this idea of light and dark a lot. Being intelligent and being like everyone else is seeing the light. He found more comfort and happiness in knowing less. When he thought about how his life actually was versus how he perceived it, he became sadder in himself. And he describes how he feels to the professor and the doctor, and they tell him those are just normal human feelings that everyone goes through, and he's really upset to hear that. And in a way, he was better off being his old self. In the beginning, he wanted to know everything the world had to offer, but in the end, he only wanted to understand one grain of it. I think Flowers for Algernon is a really great story to read because Daniel Keyes can just travel through the mind of the human psyche. Not to mention, they made 2 movies of this book, and both got kind of bad ratings. And it's because you can't translate this book into a film. Thank you so much for listening to my book pitch. Consider reading this book because the only thing you could regret is not reading it sooner, so just go for it.